LA continues to make moves. Now, for this video is both teams, the Lakers and the Clippers made moves, and this comes within 24 hours since the Clippers signed Bradley Beal. Now, I already spoke about that in the last video. You can go back and watch that. But in today's video, the Clippers signed Chris Paul and the Lakers signed Marcus Smart. Now, I have my own opinions on this. I have my own thoughts on this, and let me know if you guys agree or disagree down below in the comments. We're going to start off with the Clippers. Now, the Clippers signing Chris Paul, honestly, to me, was a great pickup. One, it didn't cost you much, right? You always want less spending and high quality, and Chris Paul is a high quality player, although he is very old. He's 40 years old. But for his game, I don't think age really matters too much, and especially what they're going to use him for. He's not going to be used for a lot of minutes. He's going to be out there. He's not going to be out there playing 25, 30 minutes. He's most likely going to play 10, 15 minutes, maximum 18. And for like $3.6 million, that's not a lot at all. It's actually amazing. I think that's a steal. This, in my opinion, was the only way that the Bradley Beal signing would have made sense. Because you cannot have Bradley Beal, James Harden, Kawhi Leonard, and the rest of the guys on the court at the same time. It's literally like a better quality of the Phoenix Suns if you do that. You need some type of point guard like a Chris Paul, and I know James Harden's a point guard too, but in my opinion, you need a backup point guard to come off the bench like a Chris Paul to basically manage this team. I think this team has a lot of quality players, from Brook Lopez to James Harden to John Collins to Zubac, Kawhi Leonard. There's so much talent on this team, and I think James Harden, in my opinion, will not be able to handle that type of talent every single game, every single night. And especially in the playoffs, there's going to be times where he's not going to show up, and he's historically known for that. But now that you have Chris Paul there, I think Chris Paul mitigates that problem a lot. Like, even this year in the playoffs, the series against the Nuggets, there was times in the fourth quarter, and it's a very close game, and James Harden will have like 3 turnovers, 4 turnovers. Chris Paul is going to eliminate that a lot, right? You're going to avoid a lot of these turnovers. I think Chris Paul is better at managing the game when it comes to so many athletes and getting the ball to Brook Lopez, Zubac, Bradley Beal, depending how they make their matchups and who they decide to come off the second unit and first unit, this, that, and the third. But I do like Chris Paul as a backup option. I do like Chris Paul as an option to get Bradley Beal the ball. And I'm assuming they're going to have Chris Paul and Bradley Beal run the second unit. I think that would be a great lineup. If you have Chris Paul, Bradley Beal, and Brook Lopez on the second unit, and on the first unit, the starters, you have James Harden, whoever they put in at the 2, then Kawhi. Then you have John Collins and Zubac. I think that's a great lineup. This is a great team. In my opinion, on paper, this team looks very talented, right? Like, name-wise, amazing, right? You have a lot of high-quality names, right, in talent and notoriety. You have all the pieces look like they should fit together. They should match, right? Then you have the coach, Ty Lue. I honestly think he's one of the best coaches in the league. Like, I think he will be the one player coach to be able to get this together. Like, I think he will be the only coach in this league, right, who can put this team together and know how to manage each player individually and the whole team as one unit. If the Clippers are going to make any move for a championship, this is the time. Because this is the best roster you've had in a long time. This is your biggest summertime. This is your biggest free agency. I've been saying this for a minute now. I understand they got Paul George, Kawhi Leonard at that time, right? That had a lot of shock value, but it didn't have a lot of quality because they couldn't put any great pieces around that to make it work. Like, they just had the same old team and they just plugged in Kawhi and Paul George, which eventually we come to find out that was not going to work, and it didn't. Too much injuries. And even right now, with the team they have now, injuries are still existent. They did not eliminate that problem. However, they have backups to backups. So I guess, in a sense, they've accepted that the fact that they will have injuries, but they not try to eliminate the fact that they have injuries. They're just trying to have backup plans and stuff like that. Overall, I like the Clippers this year. Will they win a championship? I'm not sure, because I'm stuck in the idea of, do I like them because of the quality names and the talent that I'm imagining to be put together, or do I like them because I honestly can see that this team is a good team? I guess in a couple of days, I'll make another video and I'll speak on that. Now, let's get into the Los Angeles Lakers. The Lakers signed Marcus Smart for 2 years, $11 million. To me, again, this is a steal. Marcus Smart is a quality player. Marcus Smart can bring that energy the Lakers been lacking the last like 3 or 4 years. Marcus Smart is amazing for all the dirty plays that you want somebody to make, he's gonna make them. Right? And I don't mean he's a dirty player. I mean the dive on the floor for the 50-50 balls, the making the extra play, the extra move for a rebound, to everything that you need, all the small little details of the game that you need that star players don't like doing, he's gonna do. So in that sense, I love this for the Lakers. Now, in the sense of how does this match up with LeBron, Luka, Austin Reeves, this shit was ass. This was terrible. This was probably the worst thing they could have done. They waived Shake Milton. They waived Goodwin. And all of that to pick up Marcus Smart. Two players that were there and were able to do things that the Lakers needed. The defense, the shooting for Marcus Smart. Now, Marcus Smart is a quality NBA player. I'm not saying anything bad about him. But the Lakers have always needed shooting. That's not him. Sometimes he's hot and he's going to knock down 6 threes. If I'm not mistaken, I think he has a 3-point record for the Boston Celtics. It's either him or Tatum, but I do remember at a certain point he had it. So he does get hot, but that's not him. That's not his game. And the biggest factor of it all, Marcus Smart needs the ball in his hands. That's the only way he's ever been able to play and have a great year. He loves bringing the ball up. He loves making plays. And at the end of the game, I promise you, he's going to go to the ball. Even though he shouldn't, he's going to go to the ball. And sometimes he's going to take that game-winning shot when he shouldn't be. Now, on this team, you have Luka, you have LeBron, you have Austin Reeves. How is he going to do that? They're going to want him to just pass and go to the corner. That's not his game. That is not his game. This team, in my opinion, has downgraded. And with a coach like JJ Redick, from watching him speak on his podcast, from seeing how he was conducting his podcast with LeBron, him breaking down plays, him talking about how the league is changing, he's always sounded like he knew what he was talking about. Now, I don't know if he was a part of this or not. But if he was and he agreed to this was terrible. You have LeBron, who has become a respectable shooter, but he's not really a shooter. You have DeAndre Ayton, and now you have Marcus Smart. It's so bad that some people are recommending for Austin Reeves to come off the bench so that it can give them some type of scoring, some type of punch off the bench. But the Lakers probably can't even do that because he's, besides Luka, the only person that can really shoot. Like even LeBron. LeBron can get hot too. He'll knock down like 7 threes, 8 threes. And you're like, damn, LeBron's hot. But there are games where LeBron comes out and gives you like 8 points, 12 points. Sometimes LeBron comes out and doesn't hit a single three. Sometimes LeBron 3 is off too. And he'll go through stretches. That's not his game. That's a part of his game that has gotten better, but that's not his game. And Ayton is definitely not shooting no damn 3. So you can't do nothing, bro. the Lakers handicapped themselves. They lost Dorian Finney-Smith. Now they lost Sheik Milton. Now they lost Goodwin. I just don't understand where this team is going. I guess they got to be banking on Bronny. They might think Bronny's about to turn like Steph Curry and Klay Thompson, a combination of both or something. Ain't no way, bro. I don't know what happened to this team. But anyways, y'all, thank you so much for watching the video. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. This is Real Talk with E. Safe.